YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. I can't keep picturing you with him, and it hurts so bad. Yeah, cause it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. I replay it over and over again, and I can't take it. Yeah, I can't shake it. No, I can't wait to see you. Wanna see if you still got that look in your eye, that one you had for me before we said our goodbyes. And it's a shame that we gotta spend our time being mad about the same things over and over again. About the same thing over and over again. Ooh, but
Welcome in. Happy MLK Day. I hope that you have had a restful holiday and that you are relaxed, have a libation, maybe a beverage, and you are ready to get this entertainment update with me, Jill Munroe, here on KBLA Talk 1580. So, you know Andy's always on theme, always on point. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Nelly, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, and Uncle Snoop. All hip-hop artists that participated in the inauguration activities that took place over the weekend for our incoming president. So, yeah, we had to, I guess, look back on some of our fonder memories of Nelly, depending upon where you are. But that is coming up right now. I'm here to give you all the updates on your entertainment news for this MLK Day, and there are several. So before we get into the guys, the hip-hop artists, and what they have to say, because, they are not listening to the online criticism. They have some words for you people. Before we get into that, though, we have to shout out Issa Rae, SZA, and Keke Palmer. One of them days, it came in, I'm not sure if it's first or second. There was, those last second jostling back and forth between it and Mufasa for the #1 movie of the weekend, two black films. It is, however, the lowest MLK weekend in a decade. So, we're not venturing out that much. There is a lot happening, though, a lot to do this weekend. So we'll see. Andy?
That's because folks are scared, the Trump inauguration and stuff like that.
Oh, so they want to chill, you think?
They was like, you know what, let me stay home.
That makes sense.
I don't want another New Orleans situation to happen.
Right.
I don't want no cars blowing up in front of me or whatnot. So,
So they're just chilling at home. But shout out to Issa and crew. Shout out to Keke and SZA. We love to see it. I hear the film is hilarious. I have not seen it yet because, I'm not really a movie theater person anymore. I'm always a movie person because I'm a TV and film critic.
So you're going to wait until the film arrives on Netflix and Hulu and stuff like that?
Probably.
Got it.
Probably. I'm not really feeling going to the theater right now, but shout out to those that do go support. Run it up for our girls because they deserve it. Also, right, coming up, Maverick Carter, LeBron James' business partner, is reportedly advising a group of investors looking to raise $5 billion to create an international basketball league, that they feel will rival the NBA. I don't know about that, but the league would feature 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing in 8 global cities, which is with a schedule that is similar to Formula One. If you know the Formula One season, they go to different cities around the world for the races and so forth. The project is backed by Skype co-founder Jeff Prentice and former Facebook exec Grady Burnett and SC Holdings founder Jason Stein and Daniel Hemovic. And, you know, it is interesting. I wonder if LeBron is keeping his options open, because I watched a conversation between Stephen A. Smith and Winnie Windhorst about LeBron James' future as far as ownership, the Las Vegas franchise. We know that that is what is in his sights. But Stephen A. feels that some owners might not want LeBron in the owner's suite along with him. You know, and I could see that happening. You know, let's keep you in your place. Let's let you wait it out. Although all the things that he has done for the league, people are still haters. So I'm curious to see how this turns out, Andy.
I mean, they let Jordan in, so what is it
They
about
let
Bron?
Jordan in, but I think Jordan had a different relationship. And also, you have to think how Jordan got in the league was different from other things because of the fact that, one, David Stern helped. Bob Johnson didn't really take bids from a lot of other people. So there was that connection there. And Bob Johnson was guided into his ownership by is it Jerry or Brian Colangelo? Which one is the dad? Old school NBA executive, used to be with Phoenix and a bunch of other teams. So, you know, we're out here in the building about to see what happens if we can make it happen. Black Ownership International League.
Shout out to Bob Johnson. I forgot all about him.
Right. That's why they were the Bobcats. Whack name.
But I also think, I hate to say it, LeBron James might be too woke for, you know, the higher ups in the NBA.
I mean, it's possible. So, you know, we'll see when LeBron retires, but this could be an alternative that they may not want him out there like that. So maybe they'll welcome him in, and it just depends. When we come forward, we're going to play you Nelly's response to all the haters. We got one of Soulja Boy's because he made a few. And we have more trending topics and headlines. All that and more on the other side. You're locked in. Jill Munroe here on KBLA Talk 1580.
Your ride with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about. KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-550-9651.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-550-9651. That's 800-550-9651.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hey there, Los Angeles. This is James Lucky Jr., publisher and editor of Los Angeles News Observer. Are you hungry for news that matters to you in the African-American communities of Los Angeles? Well, buckle up, because we got the scoop you've been craving. Stay in the know and never miss a beat with our free weekly publications conveniently available near you. Or hop on the digital wave and become an exclusive subscriber at OGNSC.com. Don't forget to join the party on Instagram and Twitter at OGNSCINC for behind-the-scenes access and sizzling updates. No more FOMO. Let's stay informed, connected, and empowered together.
Now back to more entertainment news with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Welcome back into KBLA Talk 1580. So this topic is heated. I don't know if you've seen any of the conversation on social media surrounding it. I dropped Snoop's name last week that he was performing at the Crypto Ball. Soulja Boy did as well. I'm not sure exactly where Rick Ross and Nelly performed, but we do know that they did. It probably was at the Crypto Ball too, because I remember Rick Ross and Snoop's, I think Snoop posted a video with the two of them. So, get money. So before I get into the topic and play this, since it is MLK Day, I have a quote that I want to read from MLK that I think applies to the situation, that I want us to walk into this with this quote, right? Negroes are human, not superhuman. Like all people, they have differing personalities, diverse financial interests, and varied aspirations. There are Negroes who will never fight for freedom. There are Negroes who seek profit for themselves alone from the struggle. There are even some Negroes who will go over to the other side. These facts should distress no one. Every minority and every people has its share of opportunists, traitors, freeloaders, and escapists. The hammer blows of discrimination, poverty, and segregation must warp and corrupt some. So that's Why Can't We Wait, 1964. So I thought that was a good way to get into this, right? So basically, they performed at the Crypto Ball. Snoop, Saturday morning, posted to his Instagram very, very early, playing some oldies as he does, blunt in hand, showing the screen like, who y'all got today? And that's all Snoop said, right? Although, I don't know if you saw any of the footage from his performance. Snoop, I get it. You probably out there for the coin, but they didn't deserve you. It was just Snoop and his turntables. And they weren't throwing their hands in the air and waving them like they just don't care. They actually looked distracted, bored, and uninterested, But it is what it is. Same with Soulja. But Nelly, I guess he was really offended because people really came for Nelly. Listen, so much so that Ashanti has a person that has been running her fan page. It's not someone that Ashanti pays. It is just a fan, and they've been doing this for like a decade plus. They put out an announcement that because of the Haynes participation, she can no longer, or he, I don't know if it's a she or he, so forgive me, be involved in supporting them and will be doing away with their page because of Nelly's participation. Well, Nelly clapped back. He was on Willie D's podcast, Willie D of the Ghetto Boys, and he said, it's about the coins. It's about the dollar bill, y'all. So get into it. Let's hear what Nelly had to say.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor. I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office. So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever. I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5. You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
So, my bad. It's not Nelly that said he needed the money. It's Soulja Boy. Nelly said he did not do it for the money. He did it for his country. Much like the military go and serve, Nelly said it is an honor and it is the highest office in the land. He was asked. He said he wasn't asked from anyone else to participate, but he was asked, so he showed up. Again, reminder that when Chrisette Michele did the same thing, almost 10 years ago, everyone was up in arms. She got canceled, lost her career. And have we heard from Christian? I think we saw her on Instagram with Bobby Valentino or something random like that. So I just, it feels crazy. I'm not going to lie. It feels a little off. And if you really are unbothered, I'm going to keep saying things like this. Much like how Snoop was just like, hey, what y'all watching? And I am disappointed in Snoop. However, you know, what can you do? You gotta, if it's a line in the sand, draw a line in the sand. But with Snoop, the thing that really disappointed me, I don't know if you've seen the video floating around. It's from about 8 years ago. And he was like, which one of you black and white animal with 4 legs is going to be the first to go and perform for Trump? He was very critical. I mentioned last week that he had ran some of those comments back. However, it seemed very much in direct opposition because nothing has happened in between the time that would make someone say, you know what, he's not that bad. But, you know, perhaps Snoop's politics, Rick Ross's politics, Soulja Boy's politics. I'm not counting the Village People because, you know, they're from the 70s and it doesn't matter. Carrie Underwood, not a surprise. So, look, Andy.
What's funny is I think like Snoop, Rick Ross, Soulja Boy, and Nelly, they are very much so representative of individuals like us who are rocking with Trump now.
It's quite a, I mean,
and I think that's a reality. There, trust me, there's a lot of us that are in the closet right now about their Trumpness.
Yeah, oh, I know. And not even so much in the closet. You know, there's hints, there's signs, you know. And at this point, that's why I read that MLK quote. Because realistically, there's always going to be someone that is doing the opposite of what you think they should be doing. Let me be clear. I'm not defending their actions. I am just saying at some point, you know, you got to put down the mantle for some people, you know? And I don't know. Am I canceling Snoop? I don't know. Snoop's a legend. And here's the thing. Does it matter at this point if we cancel him? Snoop is international. Snoop is going to be in a couple of weeks down in New Orleans hosting the NFL honors. You know, Snoop is going to be somewhere involved probably with Peacock basketball. Snoop was doing the Olympics. So I don't know if, you know, a significant portion of a group says we're turning our back on Snoop if he's even going to recognize it. Now, Nelly, it might hurt Nelly a little bit because he was riding the wave of favor over the past time about his reunion with Ashanti. Rick Ross, again, much like Snoop, Rick Ross has a lot of outside business that doesn't rely on hip hop. His wing stops and his other businesses and, you know, his car shows at his compound and etc. So I don't know if we are coming sort of back to a time, because there was a time, right, when hip hop on the lowest of keys and a lot of your top athletes and entertainers, like Andy said, maybe not Trumpers, but definitely Republican with Republican leaning interests. And it wasn't discussed as much. Are we headed back into that era? Because like you pointed out, Andy, these aren't the only ones. And this is just day one. We're going to see a lot of things start rolling out the pipe. My only thing is just, Snoop, what happened for you to do a 180? Because you called people like you in your position right now the C word. So I'm just wondering what the check was. Can we find that out? What the check was? What did the bag look like? I really am interested in that. Now, Soulja Boy went on a profanity-laced rant, and he said he needed the money. We're not playing that one because it was too many beeps. It was unclear. We're playing another one. He did another one when he was on the phone. The first one that he did, he was crashing out. He was mad. He was like, what are you people saying? What's going on? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Willie417 says, so they don't need black people anymore. I am saying that they are positioning themselves as such and have been for quite some time, not Soulja Boy, but Snoop and Rick Ross, that they have business ventures that don't directly correlate to hip hop. They have businesses that they don't necessarily require the hip hop community, the black community, to be in support of them because they have others. I don't know what they need or what their thought process was. I'm just saying what it looks like. Andy?
What it sounds like is they're speaking economics while everybody else is speaking sociology, if that makes sense, right?
It does.
So for Snoop, all he sees is green in this situation. To your point, right? What it's sounding like is that his business endeavors, like he doesn't necessarily need hip hop, is what you're saying, because he's promoting products to everybody. So, you know, I'm sorry, hip hop community. I know you probably want me to stand on a certain level, but man, they over here cutting checks. And you know what? This is what I believe. He's not worried about the hip hop community. He's not worried about the black community. Why? Because he's over here buddy with these.
With the others, and then the thing part two is you said the quiet part out loud. There's probably a certain base of Snoop fans that are rocking with that too. So there it is. Willie417 in the chat says for Snoop it was a repayment, something called a pardon. So there were rumors that Trump pardoned one of Snoop's people, and that this is a follow-up. Doesn't mean that there wasn't a check too. Listen, doesn't mean that there wasn't a check too. But Soulja Boy, in addition to saying he needed the coins, he also pointed out that nobody else called him. Let's check out what Soulja Boy had to say.
Like they're playing with my image though. I don't like this. I don't like niggas with my image, my name, my character. Like this is not cool.
They're trying to trick you out your spot. They're not playing with your image. How did you get in that position? That's what they trying to figure out. Yo, did you do what Waka Flocka did months ago? Oh, I'm supporting Trump. All that Trump.
No, I never said nothing. I think I see what's going on here. Okay, I performed at an event in DC. It was a crypto ball. Trump wasn't there. They painting it on the internet like I performed at Trump's inauguration with Trump. That's what's going on.
I watched them kill Kodak Black. Yo, they're not talking about that no more.
But you know what it is? I don't want my fans having a narrative of me though that's not true. What do y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to diss the president? Like,
if you went to China and the president of China wanted to meet with you, you're not gonna meet with him?
I'm meeting with whoever. I'm meeting with the top. That don't mean I support. I can't. So you mean to tell me I can't even have a conversation like, yo, bro, why'd you ban TikTok?
Trump wasn't there. Trump didn't introduce you. Trump didn't say, oh, welcome, Soulja Boy. He wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, like I was there hugged up with Trump pictures and it felt like this energy that I'm getting, like it feels like that was already like mad at me, and one of the reasons.
Soulja Boy sound crazy. Look, nobody was mad at you and looking for a reason, Soulja Boy. I mean, look, I get it. YouTube, you started something. I get all of that, right? I'm not going to not give you your early props. However, in 2025, nobody is looking for a reason to hate on Soulja Boy. You said what it was. You needed a check. Kamala didn't call you. Nobody called you from the Democratic Party. So you rolling with who did. But what I do appreciate, put it on the table and be honest. My loyalty, allegiance is for sale, right? And if the check is big enough, I'm in the building. That's what it amounted to. Mayshaw1 in the YouTube chat said, Snoop wants the permit for his crops. I don't think Snoop needs, well, one, Weed is not legal on a federal level, so Trump ain't got nothing to do with that. That's going through a long process. But I don't think Snoop needs help with that. He has his line. He has the death row weed. He has his smoke weed every day cannabis dispensaries. I mean, I don't think the pardon, that part of it does make a little bit of sense, and maybe why Snoop is not even addressing it. However, let's be clear, capitalists, about the coin. And, you know, it's been a long time, not really a long time, but almost 5 years now since George Floyd and the moment of racial reckoning. People are getting comfortable and going back on their things, you know, in response. So we're going to see. Andy?
This is what I believe. I think black folk, we have an issue with being a capitalist, considering the system that we live in, right? You know, because it's going to be hard for a Soulja Boy to just stand on his 10 toes and be like, yeah, man, I'm a straight capitalist. I'm about the coin. Why? Because of Backlash, right? So, of course, they're maybe going to code and, you know what I'm saying, maneuver their way in a certain kind of way. But as consumers, we should already know this. Why are we upset at Snoop? Like, our outrage should be towards other things other than these celebrities because, number one, they're not leading the country. I understand the influence that they have, but they're not leading the country. Our outrage needs to be somewhere else. Let them make their coins and just understand the game. We got to play the game. Either you play the game or not.
When we come forward, we'll have more on this topic. News, traffic, and sports is up next.
You're in the know with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know with BIN News. Today, America honors the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. MLK Day became a federal holiday in 1986, but the push began in 1968 after his assassination. Some states initially resisted, even combining it with Confederate celebrations. President Trump is giving his first address as the 47th President of the United States. Trump says he will be signing executive orders that will take action on immigration. They include reinstating his Remain in Mexico policy. Trump is starting his second term in office. Black New York City Mayor Eric Adams met with President Trump in Florida, saying he was fighting for New Yorkers. At a Martin Luther King gathering in Harlem one Saturday, Adams claims they did not discuss his corruption case. And today is a fee-free day at national parks in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. That means all National Park Service sites will be free to visit. I'm Amber Payton on the Black Information Network, your home for Black News First.
Excellent news into Mission Hills on the 405 northbound. All lanes have reopened at the 118 due to this earlier fire that was burning just north of Rinaldi Street. So now we're dealing with the leftover traffic, but all lanes are open according to the Highway Patrol. North 405 still picking up from just about Devonshire. Also busy is the 5 northbound out of Sun Valley from Sheldon, looking pretty heavy all the way to the 210 merge. And even the 210 westbound, that's crowding up right at the 118 freeway, looking much better by Hubbard Street. Let's also check out a problem. This one is in Huntington Beach on the 405 southbound before Magnolia. Stalled out big rig blocking the right lane. Delays from Bolsa Avenue. And it's also pretty tough right now in El Monte. Even though this crash is cleared on the 10 westbound before Temple, traffic still picking up, getting away from Peck Road.
Count on Lowe's to lend a hand to prepare, recover, and rebuild during the wildfires. Lowe's is part of your neighborhood and want to make sure you have the supplies you need when you need them. Visit Lowe's in store or online to get emergency supplies now and learn about relief efforts in your area.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
After the Lakers lost to the Clippers Sunday night, LeBron appeared to throw some criticism at Lakers management. LeBron said, and I quote, "The way our team is constructed, we have to play close to perfect basketball to win," end quote. The key element in LeBron's quote is the way our team is constructed, which means LeBron does not feel he and Anthony Davis have all the players they need to contend for the NBA championship. The Lakers are 2-4 in their last 6 games. They are 6th in the Western Conference, but only a game and a half ahead of 10th place Phoenix. Kawhi Leonard will not play in the Clippers home game tonight against Chicago. Leonard has been advised to sit out back-to-back games to rest his right knee. He had 19 points in 24 minutes last night against the Lakers. In his last 2 games, the improving Leonard is averaging 21 points and shooting 70%. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580.
Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the leader. Following the leader. Oh my God. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Small businesses are the heart of America. But you don't have to go it alone. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Get the connections, education, and guidance you need with SCORE. We're ready to help. Find a mentor today at score.org.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified pathologists on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on Autopsy, then click on Request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
Generation, fast-paced nation, world population confront their frustration. The principles of true hip-hop have been forsaken. It's all contractual and about money making. Pretend to be cats, don't seem to know they limitation.
Happy birthday, Questlove, The Roots. I don't know if you guys remember this video. The video was all about sellouts, right? So I thought that's why you were playing it, Andy, but it's Questlove's birthday, so it kind of served as a double dose of what we're talking about here. You know, I want to get to the YouTube chat because it's on fire as always, and there's lots of comments going on there. If you want to call in and share your opinion on the topic, 800-920-1580. So let's get to this chat. Fahima says, the difference with Uncle Snoop juxtaposed to the other artists that he previously criticized, others who would play at any Trump event, then did so himself. These are facts. I mentioned Mayshaw saying Snoop wants the permit for his crops. The Way We Do It TV says no passes. V. David says the black race in America, spelled with 3 Ks, is miserable, killing each other for the Klan. Rap garbage has destroyed the race. Scott Bingham, or is it Bingham? Scott Bingham says white supremacy never compromises its culture, beliefs, or attitude for a bag. They sell out too. Do not, in this, do not give the others attributes that they are undeserving of. There are, as King's statement said, there are opportunists, there are two-faced individuals, there are backsliders, there's everything that you can think of within every race. So to sit there and act as if they do not turn on each other, play each other out, is wrong and not true. And we're not going to give them that type of platform. They play each other all the time. It may not be in the same way that we do, but they definitely do. Do you know what I'm saying? They do. Look at the infighting that we've seen and some of the conversations. Look at the shots. Look at how they'll throw people under the bus. Now, if you had said they'll stick together over us, even if we are good for them, you know, whereas we might sell our own out to get in cahoots with them, that's something different. But I am never going to act as if there's not corruption, evil, all of the things going on there too. That's ridiculous. Andy?
And who do we learn it from?
You, Dad. We learned it from you. I don't know if you guys remember that commercial with the drug commercial and the kid was smoking and the dad walks in and he's like, who taught you to do this? Why are you doing this? And he goes, you, Dad. I learned it from you. But, you know.
You know, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like the whole Diddy situation, right? I have heard from, you know, some of our brothers and sisters that we shouldn't go too hard on Diddy. Now, in comparison, right?
No, I get what you're saying.
To the Epsteins and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what? I don't know. It's like you don't see other white folks bringing up Epstein. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not paying attention to them. Their dialogue.
Maybe not currently. You know, there was a time, like, you got to think the whole Me Too movement started off of the backs of that stuff. So, now, is it currently relevant? Probably not. You know, we have who we have in the White House. So I think there was a time, again, Black people probably got it more harsh, but a lot of these things would be sidestepped or overlooked, right? It wouldn't be under a microscope. Seems like they are running the clock back to that era. Now, there are aspects of calm down that I can get with, but I mean, Snoop was just on live about 20 minutes ago with his MLK playlist for the holiday with a blunt. And I mean, you got to make a decision. At some point, you know, everybody in your family doesn't move and act the way that you would like them to. So the way that you can impact these things, right, is if, well, y'all didn't buy Missionary anyway, but don't support. You know, you don't got to keep hitting them with that they don't care. It's noise. They're not hearing when you're spamming. You can do it. You can do it. You can do whatever you want to. But the way to show up, if you want to impact these type of things, take away your views, take away your purchases, do all of that if you want to effect a change and see if it makes a difference. But just camping out in their comments, you know, and saying, you're bad. They're showing you that they DGF. Like, I was also disappointed in Snoop because he took a picture with this young guy at the crypto thing, and the dude had on a black Make America Great Again hat. At least say, you could take off your hat and we could get this flick. At least do that, but he didn't. That's his choice. That's his choice. However, y'all got to see what the play for what it is. Andy?
There's probably going to be a dumb question.
Go ahead.
Does MAGA equal racist? Or does MAGA equal anti-black? Or does MAGA equal anti-immigrant?
I think it can be all of the above, depending upon who it's coming from. I think that part of the attraction, you know, we're getting a little off base here, but we're going to indulge it. Part of the attraction is whatever I don't feel like I like, you putting it on the table. I was silenced for X amount of years from woke, you know, they have jacked the word woke, and woke means a lot of different things, you know, woke.
Black people.
Yeah. The N-word with another way, and
DEI,
all of that. So I feel as though, yeah, you know, it's like pick your poison. I'm tired of not being able to say, you know, you trying to make me feel bad or ashamed for my whiteness. This person, this movement is saying it's okay. And I'm standing up for, now they feel like they have the little voice. And you talk about learning things. Let's not act like this version of the movement didn't learn some stuff from our steps in the civil rights movement, because they're running our playbook back on us, you know? I mean, think about what happened with Harvard and the diversity and how they got rid of the things. They are running our playbook on us. But that's a story for another day. As far as Rick Ross, Snoop, Soulja Boy, or whatever, again, your vote is with your views, your dollars, or whatever. They have made it very clear, well, at least some of them, that this is a capitalist move. Coins, dollars, dinero, guap, however you want to look at it, that's what they're going for.
I'm about to say something controversial.
Okay.
I think if collectively, if we thought like that too, speaking that economic language as opposed to the whole social dynamics, we'd probably be a little bit more far ahead.
I think that we do try and speak on the economic level, but I think somehow we equate at times the wrong points of it.
Ooh.
You know, that's a conversation for another day. When we come forward, we're going to get more into this, more trending topics and headlines. You are locked in with Jill Munroe here on KBLA Talk 1580.
You're riding with Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminds you, when we fight, we win. The Youth Justice Coalition is challenging America's addiction to incarceration and discrimination. YJC works to dismantle policies leading to mass incarceration, law enforcement violence, and the school-to-prison pipeline. Their approach, transformative justice, community intervention, free LA high school, legal defense, and system monitoring. YJC promotes safety without relying on prisons. Their goal, prevent system contact and help people exit the system through direct action, advocacy, and education. Want to get involved or need help? Call 323-235-4243. That's 323-235-4243. Join YJC in creating change. When we fight, we win. KBLA Talk 1580, your voice for justice. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
You're listening to Jill Munroe on KBLA Talk 1580.
You are back with me, Jill Munroe, here on KBLA Talk 1580. We are discussing Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, and their performance over the weekend at the Crypto Ball. I believe this was the first Crypto Ball in connection with the inauguration. And, listen, it's a lot happening out there. People are upset. Pretty Brown Mimi in the chat says, hey, everyone. Elon did a Nazi salute tonight. MAGA is anti-everything. Full stop. Well, listen, the cards are on the table. You know what it is. Black women, remember the 92% opting out? Opt out. Opt out. Because save your peace of mind. Protect your peace. Right? Protect your peace. And just know what it is. Because at this point, it's what it is. And they're telling you, they're not even hiding it anymore, right? So figure out what your come up is going to be during this time frame, because they are showing you they are making plays. They are making moves, and they're trying to get it in. Pretty Brown Mimi also says, Soulja Boy said he did it for a check. Nelly for the honor. Snoop, who knows? They're roasted until the next silly song or dance comes out. Yeah, probably, because that's what it is, And I would take note, know what it is, but remember, after November, when was voting? November 5th? Is that when we vote? Yeah. Opt out. That's what we said we were going to do. Opt out. Because you're going to run yourself in circles behind people that have shown you what it is and what the play is. Juan Pan says, 2017, Snoop, check yourself. What you said, what happened? We talked about that. Things change. It was alluded to that because Trump may have pardoned one of his people, that might be a part of what it is, but the bag is the bag is the bag. And that is what, it's for Harry O's pardon. Okay. Harry O was Michael Harris. Harry O was one of the original owners of Death Row. He and his wife, I can't remember his wife's name at the time, they had businesses, things, street level things, and allegedly, well, not allegedly, I guess now it's kind of been confirmed in various forms and fashions, they funded some of the early death row situation along with Solar and Dre and whatever went around. I have seen Snoop, once again, on social media, shout out Harry and, talk about this reference. Actually, at the Ebony Power 100 a couple years ago, I took a picture with him. Look, a favor for a favor. That's what's going on. I guess that's why Snoop's not addressing it. He's like, look, I'm going to play my music. This is what I did for my people, and I'm going to keep it funky and collect my coins. Soulja and Nelly are obviously feeling a type of way and feeling the heat. But again, I ask, what will you do? What will you do? That's all we got to, kind of get into it with, because everybody is doing what is best for them in this time frame, clearly.
In Soulja's case, I think he should have just read the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you was so much concerned about your image, I don't know how you as an artist cannot see how people aren't really feeling him on that level and what you represent, you know what I'm saying, as a melanated brother. You should have read the room, my bro.
Right. Big time. Because first you crashed out, then you ran it back and, did what you did. Is it one pan? He says, or she, I'm sorry, don't know. That's what we doing. Yep, opting out. That is my only suggestion, because what else can you do? Listen, let's move on to a couple of more trending topics and headlines while we're here. I don't know if you guys have seen the spirit tunnel that happens on the Jennifer Hudson show. They line up on both sides and they do a little clap, dance, little rap thing as the guests come down before they hit the stage. Well, Mufasa, Aaron Pierre, his appearance on the show and his spirit tunnel has caused a lot of waves. The ladies love Aaron Pierre. They think he's beautiful. He looks like Scar. I mean, he's in Mufasa playing Scar. Let me clarify. But it has raised some questions. People are feeling like, because the Jennifer Hudson show had to turn off the comments on this particular post, are women taking it too far in sexualizing men in these circumstances? Are they out of line? Because some have noted, as is the conversation, that the women are acting in ways that if men were reacting the same way to a female artist, actress, etc., they would tell them that they were being disrespectful and out of line. So I kind of want to know from you, if you feel like it, people, do you think that women, at the same time as we have been screaming, respect women, don't just see us as an object, have also flipped the tables and are a little too lusty for the male counterparts? Think Kofi Seabrae, think Morris Chestnut. Listen, think Method Man. Mrs. Method Man, well, she could probably fight, but women don't care. They don't cross the line. Zoe, you look like you have a comment. I see Zoe leaning in here looking like, I don't know. Do you think women objectify men too much, Zoe? Zoe's looking like he's not going to answer me. He's bypassing it. He doesn't have commentary. Listen, it's a social media conversation. I want to know what you guys think. The chat is still going in on Snoop and Soulja Boy. Black Warrior Spirit says, Calvin Brodus sold us blackouts, period. Listen, that's the way a lot of people feel. Pretty Brown Mimi says yes. Aaron Pierre's dance is fantastic. No, we're not out of line. They know what it is. But to be fair, we know what it is too when the men compliment or, say certain things. Jill, it's fine. Men know what it is with us. I believe they do. But if it's respect all people, should there be a balance? It's just a conversation. I wanted to put it out there. Now listen. Over the weekend, our girl Rihanna was spotted at a recording studio in New York City. People are once again speculating that the long-awaited R9, it would be her first album since 2016's Auntie, is about to drop. Some fans are excited. Some are like, oh, we're about to get played again by Riri. We will have to see, of course, we would love a new Riri album. In the meantime, tomorrow, her common law husband, as was noted in court, because there was a conversation if Rihanna should be referred to as his wife or girlfriend, and they stated that she was his common law wife. So that's it on that. Tomorrow, A$AP Rocky's trial begins for allegedly shooting Terrell Efron A$AP Rally in 2021. It's going to be here in LA. It's going to last for about 3 weeks. The 36-year-old, he's been charged with 2 felony accounts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm and is accused of firing a gun during an argument in Hollywood. So he pled not guilty last January, and if convicted, he faces up to 24 years in prison. So, of course, we will be monitoring that and, all of the other trending topics. So stay tuned. We have some good things coming up this week. We are going to have on Wednesday, I believe, Jensen Atwood from the family business New Orleans coming in the building. And, of course, we're going to have more trending topics and headlines. We're going to have some interviews coming up with the cast of Harlem, Megan Good, Jerry, Shaniqua, and Grace Byers. So make sure that you are here every Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. for all your trending topics and headlines. Up next is the voice of reason, Zoe Williams. Make sure that you are locked in and stay tapped in. I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for all the commentary. Appreciate you.
Thin is the line of run between love and hatred. The game is ill-natured, it's nothing sacred. And yo, it's funny what I see some rap do to make it. A few will blow up or go as far as they can take it. My 9 to 5 is just to hit you, get the party live. I'm Black Thought, used to rap for sport. Now the rhyme saying rent, paying life support. I take it very seriously. Within this industry, it's various crews that try to touch me, but I come with the beauty.